Good afternoon. It's Sunday, the 21st of May 2017, and welcome to the Diary of the Man with the Dog. This diary comes to you from Madrid in Spain. Madrid had always eluded me. I have been coming to Spain for nearly 30 years now. Always come here almost every year, usually to the Costa del Sol in the autumn to catch a bit of sunshine before we head to face the winter in England. I've also been to Barcelona and to Valencia, but somehow it took me a long time until now to discover Madrid. The Madrileños are a party-loving lot, and in a way, if I had found this out, and I'm glad in a way that I didn't come here, because if I discovered it 30 odd years ago, I'd have probably never left. So it's a place for art lovers and foodies like me. I've never seen so many restaurants and eating places in any of the cities as I've seen here. So I have been feasting on all the local delicacies and tapas and almost every day. And what else? Yes, if you're an art lover, it has got the world's biggest collection of Picasso. I had this extraordinary afternoon at the Reina where I feasted on Picasso's works and, most importantly, his famous painting, the Guernica, that he painted in Paris following the bombardment of the town of Guernica in the Basque country by Hitler's Nazi and Mussolini's fascist air force. Very powerful image, and one of the most important moments for me in this trip. Madrid also very famous for its football, and as per FIFA, the world's biggest football team is here, which is Real Madrid. But I'm not terribly fond of this character called Cristiano Ronaldo, who I believe has got an ego bigger than the sky, so I have passed on that one. Maybe another time. What else? Yeah, we had. It's a place for beautiful plazas, and it's also got the Royal Palace, which is one of the biggest palaces in Europe, with something like 4,000 rooms. So, a beautiful city, wonderful people, and very arty, very stylish. So, what else? We have been wandering around the streets, soaking up the spirit of the city, and always there's little encounters that will take away with us. We met Jesus yesterday in a bar. Yes, wait for this. It was a busy bar, and we thought there was a couple of chairs there by a table, and one of those was occupied by this gentleman. So we asked him politely if we could join him. He said yes. So the conversation began. He introduced himself as Jesus, and he told us that he's a Catalan before he's a Spaniard, so which was interesting. He also said he lives in Chile for the last couple of decades, where he has his family, and he was visiting his homeland. So we exchanged addresses, and we wished us the well and left. And these are bits that really you carry with you when you travel. We also met a lovely lady called Nancy from San Francisco, and you always meet like-minded people when you're traveling. So anyway, I also have to say that this at the end of this video, the last 5 minutes or so, has images of our trip to the bull ring. It was the San Isidro festival, and one of the famous bullfights that we witnessed yesterday. It was the one of the, what should I say, the controversial part, if you like, of this video. Please don't watch it, because it is quite extraordinary and involves quite simply for animal lovers like us, a gruesome death of a bull at the end of it. But I debated a lot and did some soul searching and decided to present it and publish this in this video, so that you can judge for yourself and see and feel and make up your mind what you think about it. But the whole nation is very divided on this issue, but I wanted to present it per se. So anyway, without further ado, I'll introduce you to our experiences in Madrid. Hope you're keeping well, and hopefully I'll speak to you very soon. Take care. Bye for now. So, good morning from a place called Plaza Mayor in Madrid, and it is one of the happening places here, so I've just come in for a cup of coffee and watching the world go by. It's 11 in the morning on a Saturday, so by the standards of people in Madrid, or Madrileños as they're called, this is pretty early, because they tend not to go to sleep till the early hours of the morning, particularly in the weekend. So as you can see, it is a very beautiful. I sometimes get a little bit confused in the architecture of Southern Europe. Looks the color, the terracotta, is rather Italian. That part of it is a little bit different, but the rest of it is done in this beautiful terracotta, a reddish color. The sky is blue, and people are coming in. What can I tell you about this plaza? It's one of the many plazas that dot Madrid. They're all very beautiful and all with their histories. This plaza, the origins go back to, I think, 1577, when Philip II asked Juan de Herrera, who's a famous architect in those days, to discuss a plan to remodel the busy and the chaotic area of the old Plaza del Arrabal. So Juan de Herrera was the artist who designed the first project in 1560 to remodel the old Plaza del Arrabal, but construction did not start until 1600, during Philip III's reign. So the king asked Juan Gomez to continue with the project, and he finished the porticos in 1619. The Plaza Mayor, as you know it today, is the work of architect Juan de Villanova, who was given the glorious task of its reconstruction in 1790, after a series of enormous fires that gutted the whole place. So the statue you see in the middle of King Philip III dates to 1616, but it was not placed in the center of the square until 1848. A lot of stuff has happened here in terms of events. The Spanish Inquisition were practicated the autos de fe against supposed heretics and the executions of those condemned to death. The Plaza Mayor also has a ring of old and traditional shops and cafes, as you can see under its porticos, one of which I'm sitting at the moment. And also the famous celebrations of San Isidro, the patron saint of Madrid, also are held here. It's a major tourist attraction. It's a great place to come and just watch the world go by if you are in Madrid. As you know, it's got plenty of choice of restaurants, fabulous seafood restaurants, paellas and tapas, and there's lots of little roads that go out of the plaza towards the palace and other parts of the city, worth exploring. You can just wander around for hours around here. So, good morning from the Plaza Mayor, and I will speak to you soon from the palace where I'm heading to in a moment. So good morning from the Royal Palace of Madrid, or the Palacio Real de Madrid is the official residence of the Spanish royal family at the city of Madrid. But it is only used for state ceremonies. The current royal family, along with their previous ones, choose to live somewhere more modestly in one of the smaller palaces in the outskirts of the city. What else do I know? It's one of the largest palaces in Western Europe, with almost 3,400 odd rooms. That makes it one of the biggest palaces in Western Europe, probably the biggest. So anyway, the palace is located on the site of a 9th century Alcazar, which is in the Muslim era meant fortress near the town of Madrid, which incidentally is the origin of the word Madrid. Madrid means a place of many streams. It's situated on the western side of the city and east of the Manzanares River, and is accessible quite easily. Inside, I hear there's extraordinary amount of art and antiques. Well, of course. So anyway, here I am at the Palacio Real de Madrid, and the sky is blue and the day seems very promising and warm, and definitely feels like summer here. I can hear the strands of music coming from all sorts of musicians, jugglers and entertainers dotted around. There's people queuing, and it is quite a sight, quite sobering, and indeed as a palace should look like. Rather imposing and quite beautiful. Okay, when you think of Spain and Madrid, what comes to mind? Of course, tapas, churros, Picasso, art, palaces, museums, and add to it, most definitely, is ham. These guys that take their ham very, very seriously. Let me show you what I mean, okay? Now, if that isn't a lot of ham, what is? Take a look around. Mixture of places where you can come and have something to eat as well. And here is the other side of it, going right up to the ceiling, right over there. Now that is a lot of ham. And underneath the counters, there's some other products. So when you think of Madrid, think of an endless amount of ham of all sorts. Well, one of the great things about Madrid, very typical of the place, is, would you believe, breakfast of churros with melted chocolate. So my doctor doesn't necessarily need to know everything about me, so here I am, while in Rome, etc. So churros with melted chocolate as a choice of breakfast. Probably not everyone's cup of tea, but definitely mine right now. Okay, let's try some for the camera. Here we go. Do you spot the anguish in me? Well, there can be no visit to Madrid without tapas, and a lot of it. So we had been, enjoying a load of tapas. So this lunchtime we've chosen probably the most modest place in the whole street, and usually this is the kind of place that works. So here is it. In terms of tapas, we're doing some research, and there's quite a few bits that goes on into what tapas is. One of the stories that go, and this is the story I like the most, so probably we'll choose this one. So the story goes that in the ancient times, the sailors who came to Madrid to prevent them from getting totally drunk and wreck the place, the government or the local government took measures and made it compulsory to eat a piece of bread with some ham on top, and that's the origins of tapas. The other story that goes is tapas actually means cover, and a piece of bread with some ham on top was used to cover the top of the jug of wine or water to prevent the flies from getting in. So here is a mixture of things here, and I have got Jane to sample one or two of these. Go on, Jane, just sample one or two and see which one is what. So try a small bite of everything.
Well, I'll just point them out. I think we've got the tortilla, like the omelette with eggs and potato in the middle.
That's the tortilla with the egg and potato in the middle.
Then we've got some chorizo.
That's some chorizo.
Some chips, some croquette.
Croquette. And what's those bits at the end?
I'm not too sure actually. I should think something should be ham or pork, maybe.
You can try a little bit and see how it works.
Beef. It's beef.
It is beef.
Delicious. It's a bit of a bull that was killed earlier.
Oh, well, I hope not. So anyway, okay. So yeah, we will focus on having some tapas. It's middle of the afternoon, so we may not stop at this one dish. The beauty of it is that you can carry on as long as you want, and as long as your stomach can handle. Okay, I'll speak to you later. Well, I'm at a famous bull ring in Madrid, and I'm about to watch a bullfight. So let me clarify as to why. I did battle with me a little bit as to why I'm doing this, so I won't beat around the bush, because I'm a huge animal lover and there's nothing in it for me to see an animal being painfully killed. So I won't beat around the bush and stick to the truth. The reason why I'm watching it is because I'm one of those guys who will try everything once. However, that doesn't justify such gory a thing as this and watching it. The other reason I can give you is that I'm really curious as to why does a nation, is so culturally linked to this ritual of bullfights. I use the word ritual because that's what comes to my mind. There's this essential contradiction between, and that oddly enough, the Spanish themselves are a bit torn, I have noticed, and the nation itself is divided. So, and finally, I have to say, a little gleefully, and there's a naughty part of me which almost is wishing that the bullfighters did get a decent round's thrashing today. With those thoughts, let's go and have a look as to what's happening inside, shall we? You're very much welcome at this point not to watch anymore if you don't agree with what's happening around here. Today is obviously some sort of a special day, and we were told it's all sold out, so all we need to do is to walk in and see what awaits us. The atmosphere is absolutely incredible. There's people teeming in. We're about half an hour away from the start. You can see yourself, it's a family occasion. People has come in all shapes and sizes, all ages. So it kind of sends the message home
whatever the controversy surrounding this really is something that the Spanish feel very, very strongly about, and they're very, very willing to carry this tradition, if you like, on. Here's Jane, and I have been told it is a full house, so we'll wait for the action to begin. So please don't continue if you do not wish to be part of this anymore. This poor fellow is nearing his end. Even though I said goodbye in the last clip, I'm somehow compelled to share this with you. I'm not sure if I could publish it, but I saw the death of 2 bulls. It's been extraordinary. That's the only word I can think of. Yes, I'm not horrified. I am shocked, but also I am pretty much awestruck, because I think to be critical of it would probably be oversimplifying things. There are various layers to it. One of them is, it's down on its knees. The various layers to it. It is difficult to watch, but I would like to share this so that you can try and make up your own mind as to he is being killed, and this is what it is all about in its raw truth. Look at the crowd. They're all applauding, and here is casualty number 3 for the evening. I can't believe I'm watching this, but I'm in it and I want to absorb it. The truth I have here is I am trying to accept what goes on here, and I'm trying to accept Spain and the Spanish people per se. The country I love and the people I have a great admiration for, and I have been visiting Spain for over 25 odd years, and this is probably my 20 plus trips in that many years. So it is difficult to watch, but please share this with me. It is very, very, very shocking. However, it is a lot more to it than it meets the eye. I know it seems a feeble excuse, but I wanted to share this with you. So it's a good place to bring my Madrid diary to an end here. Thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed sharing our experiences here in Madrid, and hope you will visit Madrid one day, with or without the bull ring. And before I go, here's a little street musician, a lovely old chap who was playing a bit of music in a street corner in the most sweet and humble way. So I will let him play us out. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.